Update about the present clearing process. May 13, 2014. There are times where the work you are doing is demanding that we leave you alone. In this phase, where your bodies are dealing with major adjustments, it would be counterproductive to keep you busy with additional tasks. Every one of you is going through major changes. During April you experienced for yourself how intensive this clearing was. The outpouring of energies upon you has affected your bodies in rather the same way as with nature following a thunderstorm. You have probably noticed that after a storm the sun seems brighter, the air purer, and that everything is more in harmony. And, just as in the aftermath of a thunderstorm, everything that needed to be cleared is transformed and dissolved. This thunderstorm was especially heavy, as you yourselves have experienced, and the clearing process has not yet finished. The only absolute term in the universe is that changes are happening. However, the divine plan is proceeding like clockwork. Those who have doubts are still focusing too much on the outer symptoms of this clearing. Whoever claims that there are no outward signs of what we are telling you here, even though this is not true, might like to look in the mirror and compare themselves with the person they were a few months ago. Switch off your brain and concentrate on your heart. The best indication of your progress is that you are unceasing in your efforts to make the world a better place for all that is, and you are progressing tirelessly, irrespective of how exhausting your journey may appear at times. And so it is, dear ones, you agreed to follow the path of all that is. You are the way shores have been chosen to pave the way for the human collective. The tsunami of love is in full flow and you are ready to receive the major wave. And here we would like to remind you that this major wave is not coming from outside, it is beginning and developing inside you. Open your heart to the tsunami of love and you will be totally prepared for the arrival of this major wave that is in its final approach and will clear you at the right time. As we have said, the tsunami of love is a forerunner of your ascension, it is preparing you for your ascension with your physical body. And if you would like to know just where you are at this present time in the process of ascension, then let us give you this picture. Imagine that you are standing in front of a huge, bright portal of absolute beauty. This portal is flooded with gentle, lovely music and total peace. You are directly in front of it, and your hand is on the handle that opens the door of the portal. All that stops you from pressing the door handle are the last transformations within you, which still have to be resolved to be able to receive what is ready for you beyond the portal. So you see, you are more than close to your destination. Don't ease off in your process of clearing, which will enable you to pass through the portal. As tiresome as it may seem to be, without this clearing process, passage through the portal cannot take place. Spirit's plan for humanity is implemented, nothing has changed this, neither the present unrest in your world nor your free will. Your free will is the most precious commodity that you have received from Spirit, and it is, to all who are taking part in the process of the ascension of the human collective, wholly and surely not to be violated. But it is not only the uplift of humanity that is dependent upon your ascension has an effect on the whole universe. Therefore, your free will is wholly as a part of the ascension, but it cannot and must not lead to the situation where the divine plan is not implemented. Your free will is considered insofar as it is compatible with the divine plan. Is it possible to adjust and to modify the divine plan by your willpower? Of course, as long as it is compatible with the plan, as happened when humanity decided to ascend collectively. Spirit has considered your collective, not individual, free will, and has agreed that humanity will ascend together, so the divine plan was adjusted accordingly. But there was a clear agreement relating to the conditions for this adjustment. First of all, it should not mean that Gaia and her inhabitants have to stay much longer in the lower vibrations. Please remember that it was Gaia herself who asked for help and who initiated the Ascension project. Furthermore, that your ascension is affecting the whole universe, and it is the pioneer for the ascension of other planets in your universe. For this reason the waiting period was deliberately concise. A further condition is that the individual free will of a few can no longer affect the collective free will. Herewith we are referring to those who for some reason do not want to take part in the ascension, be it for keeping the status quo and not losing their power, or because they have planned their ascension for a later time. This is important to understand. The dark forces can have no more influence on your ascension. This is the reason why we are tirelessly pointing out that you should not allow any of their actions to prevent you from focusing on your ascension work. Send them light and love, and do not forget that they are also players in the game called life. In a nutshell, we wish to say that everything is well. We are immensely proud of you and how you are participating in this endgame. Please do not let your trust weaken, and when you have any doubts, get in contact with your brothers and sisters behind the curtain. Ask us for strength and help. You are never alone, not for one single moment. This is the most important fact to remember again and again. I am Ashtar, your star brother, who is talking to a number of souls on this side of the curtain. And it is a great pleasure and honor for me to be this ambassador. In deepest love. Ashtar. Channeled through Philip. ashtarandphilip.blogspot.com